What an incredible moment. One we've been dreaming about for decades and that many said would never happen. But we are the people that are getting it done.
Tonight, a massive bridge project linking Kentucky to Ohio is finally underway. Governor Beshear joined Ohio Governor Mike DeWine today to break ground on the Brent Spence Companion Bridge. Addie Miners was in Cincinnati for the groundbreaking. She joins us now live from the bridge in Covington to tell us more about this project. Hi, Addie.
Jennifer, there are a few reasons why this project is such a big deal, and one of them is that the Brent Spence Bridge that you see here behind me, it carries more than $1 billion worth of commerce across it every single day. But also, this project is one of the largest federal grant infrastructure projects in the history of the United States.
We're showing that when it comes to the things that matter most to the American people, the solutions aren't partisan. They're not even bipartisan. They are nonpartisan.
From both across the river and across the aisle, officials from Ohio and Kentucky were finally able to break ground on a companion bridge next to the Brent Spence Bridge, connecting northern Kentucky to Cincinnati.
If you look at the rendering, it's going to look nice. It's going to be something you can be proud of. Cincinnati, Kentucky, Ohio and Kentucky can be very, very, very proud of.
The more than 60-year-old Brent Spence Bridge was designed to carry about 80,000 vehicles per day. But according to KYTC, it's carrying double that right now. It's also responsible for carrying nearly $1 billion worth of commerce across the river each day.
While the bridge is structurally sound, it simply cannot handle the sheer volume of modern traffic, as it does not meet today's design standards.
While the Brent Spence Bridge will stay in use, the new bridge will also be a double-decker. The idea is that interstate traffic will use the new bridge and local traffic can use the Brent Spence, meaning major changes will be coming to the approach of the bridges on each side of the river.
In Kentucky, we will rebuild and widen 1 mile of the I-71-75 and rework the existing Brent Spence Bridge for local traffic with wider lanes.
The entire project comes with a $4 billion price tag, a cost that will be shared by both Kentucky and Ohio. But it's also being funded by a $1.6 billion federal grant.
And this project, which is famous nationally as well as in Ohio and Kentucky, is going to be built without tolls.
Now, after the press conference, we were able to talk to Governor Beshear, and he was asked why this bridge can get built without tolls, but down in Louisville, the Kennedy and the Lincoln connecting us in Louisville over to southern Indiana still has tolls on it. And he said he thinks that that could potentially get paid down with some of the funds out of the rainy day fund in Kentucky if the General Assembly wanted to use funds for that. But he says that would also take more conversations with Indiana Governor Mike Braun. Now, this bridge, the Brent Spence here in northern Kentucky, that bridge is not expected to be finished until sometime in the early 2030s. Live in northern Kentucky, I'm Addie Miners, WLKY News.